Morning everybody, it is Wednesday today. I have 3 days, or technically 4 days, until the battle on the beach, the big sand race that we've been preparing for the last couple of weeks, and I'm getting nervous. So today, hopefully, I'm just going to go out and ride my bike for a long time, maybe around 6 hours. We'll see what time constraints are like. But I've literally set myself up today for everything. I've got my chest mount. I've got the drone in my what would be my camelback bag. I've got my GoPro here, and on here is something that I bought recently. Is a soft flask. You may have seen them used before, maybe runners use them quite a lot. This is an extra 500 mils of just water in there, actually, no energy. But I wanted to test it out because I wanted to use it. I've seen people use them. I've seen people on this channel, or friends of this channel, use these for like gels and other like concentrated mixes. And they actually use them in races, use them at events. They're really handy, and because they're soft, they basically take up no room once they're empty. So I can actually fit this in the side of my shorts. It doesn't even feel like it's there. I want to go and see the sand down Pembrey Country Park for the last time before this weekend, because Saturday night we've got Battle in the Dark, which is a nighttime 1 lap time trial around the forest, and then on Sunday at midday we have the big event, and we're going to be doing what's known as the Somme trenches. We're going to be doing like a couple of other like quite techie sections down Pembrey Country Park that I've only seen a couple of times. So I want to go down for one last look, and hopefully the conditions today are going to be very similar to what they'd be on the weekend. So I hope you enjoyed this video and ride with me. I'll catch you in Pembrey.
Nothing like a good 20-minute climb straight out the gate. Yesterday I did a ride which was by far head and shoulders above anything I've done over the last couple of weeks. It was supposed to be a 4x15 minute session at a roundabout threshold, but it soon turned into almost 60 minutes straight through, because I was on one of those days where it's like, you know you're on a good day and you know you can probably do the whole thing without any rest. And for the most part, when you're doing threshold intervals, my personal opinion, if you're feeling good and you know you can do more, potentially don't do more, but shorten the rest or even take the rest out, because really they're just there most part to keep your mind fresh, and so you can give yourself that bit of a mental break. Sometimes you can just plow straight through. Yep, 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 yep. Oh yeah, this is a bit more, wow. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Oh, very nice. So before we go any further, this part of the video here where we go back onto the beach, which is actually the start area, because of a storm that's come in over the last couple of days, it's drastically changed the outcrop of like where the beach and like the tarmac starts, or ends rather. And the waves and the sea have just pushed like a big sandbank up of like 2 or 3 foot of sand, which the diggers have had to like make a ramp down onto the beach. So thankfully, shout out to the organisers and everyone involved, we're gonna have a very smooth passage onto the beach this weekend. Yeah, that was... Well, this will be... Yeah, it is fresh. It's going to be very difficult to read. Oh yeah. Oh, another one. And trees, obstacles. Wow. Oh, some big roots there. So in terms of expectations for this event on Sunday and the nighttime time trial on the Saturday, well, I don't know, like fitness wise I feel okay. Obviously I'm not near peak shape, but I kind of feel if I have a clean ride, you know, and I don't crash, I don't puncture, which, you know, depends. It's like, you know, anything could happen around here by the fact there's so many different sort of surfaces, and I can position myself okay on that first lap, then I'm optimistic that I could do, you know, maybe around about a 50th place. But who knows, because this is the first time I've ever done something like this. It's a case of finding out as I go, and I won't have a clue until I'm finished. But I know that the technical sections, which is all this kind of woodland and stuff, you know, that's really not gonna suit me, and I probably end up losing places and eventually losing time. But the beach section depends if the race is broken up or whatnot, but it might suit me because of a huge headwind. So obviously, being this is a beach race, we're not that far away from the beach. It's about, I don't know, a couple hundred meters in that direction, and we're coming off like through the dunes, through like a wooded section, and then onto some gravel paths. And I've been told that this year's edition, the organizer might have been a little bit, I don't know, he might be going easy on us and has given us a route that is a bit more gravel, a bit less single track, I think, a bit less like sand. So the mountain bikers, I think, have been saying, from what I hear, that it's a bit more of a roadies event, which I'm not complaining about one bit. But this is a good example of like some of the gravel. You can see it's like fairly big chunks of just stone, but it's all like surface stuff, like particularly on this corner. And you can see like this corner is quite a sharp one. Well, you can't really see, but we've had a lot of rain overnight, and there's massive like troughs of water, canals of water both sides here, so it narrows the gravel path even more. And this doesn't come, I don't know if we do this section, but it's certainly like a lot of the stuff is very similar around this area. So I'm gonna keep going, but just wanted to give you an idea of what the gravel's like. And it does, like on the outside there's nothing there, it's like very smooth, and like it's almost like the stones have been washed into the center. But yeah, the gravel is kind of, it's very fast. Like I'm doing probably like 150 watts and still doing about 15-16 mile an hour, so it's not exactly slow. Well then, that was a pretty successful trip to Pembrey Country Park. Bumped into a subscriber, said hello, and then ended up riding around. Had a great time out again, riding around This bike is absolutely filthy, and I know a couple of you have asked, not on the videos, but on Strava, like, how do I clean my bike after a ride like this? I'm gonna have to save that for another video, but it is on the list. I've had a pretty successful ride, I have to say. Nearly 6 hours on the clock, which is exactly the type of training I was hoping for today. I'm looking forward to this weekend now, so I hope you are as well. Some more footage to play with, and hopefully, fingers crossed, for a good race on the weekend. So I will see you then. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'll catch you in our next video.